Hi everyone, welcome back to Mad Money Murph. I'm John Murphy, and my mission is to inspire you to take charge of your money so you can be financially free and live a better life. On today's episode, we're going to be talking about the HEROES Act, which passed last Friday. You'll want to stick around to number 8. It's really important. Number 8 is super important for you and I. You'll like it. I know you will. If you haven't yet liked the channel, please feel free to like the channel and subscribe so you don't miss any of the content I provide every Wednesday or Thursday each week. And feel free to comment below. Let me know if you're liking the videos. Let me know if there are things that you'd like me to see, me do, things that I haven't done, or expound on certain things that I have done. So let's get right into it. The HEROES Act, otherwise known as the Health and Economic Recovery Omnibus Emergency Solutions Act, passed last Friday, and here are some of the highlights of that bill. The first one is assistance to state and local governments. The bill provides $500 billion in direct assistance to state governments to counter the fiscal impacts of this pandemic that we're going through. $375 billion to assist local governments, $20 billion to tribal governments, and another $20 billion to U.S. territories. So it's a good thing we're taking care of the governments all around the country. Hazard pay for frontline workers. I absolutely love this one. My opinion is that we need to do everything we can to take care of those folks that are out there working hard for us. So this bill establishes $200 billion HEROES Fund to ensure that essential workers receive hazard pay. It also has another provision in the bill that provides $850 million for states to provide child and family care for essential workers, and it also provides funding for personal protective equipment for emergency health care and essential workers. Fantastic. Love the fact that they have that in there. Those folks all deserve it. Next is the extension of the unemployment benefits. What this is it extends the $600 per week boost in unemployment until January of 2021. So that's a good thing for those people who are unemployed. Unfortunately though, a lot of people that are on unemployment right now are actually earning more than they did prior to getting unemployment, so that's a little bit of an issue, but we'll just go with it. I do like it, and it's definitely going to help a lot of people out with that. Next, I'm not going to go into a lot of detail because I don't know a lot about it, and I don't want to tell you something that I don't know a lot about. And is forgiveness of student loan debt. So there's something in this bill, in the HEROES Act, that will help folks with student loan debt and some forgiveness. You'll have to look that up if you're in that boat, if you're in that arena and you need help with that. You'll have to look that up. Not exactly sure everything that's included there. Next is funding for testing, tracing, and treatments. So the proposal calls for an additional $75 billion for coronavirus testing, contact tracing, and isolation measures. And it also would ensure that all Americans could receive free coronavirus treatments. Assistance to farmers is the next one. The bill would provide $50 million in assistance to farmers markets, and local food outlets affected by market disruptions, as well as another $50 billion to beginning farmers and ranchers. Now, in my opinion, I think they have that a little backwards. I don't know why you're giving beginning farmers and ranchers more money than you're giving farmers markets, and local food outlets. I'm not exactly sure about that. You know, a farmer's a farmer, a rancher's a rancher. If you're going to include the farmers in the 50 million, why not include the ranchers and just have them all divvy up the 50 billion? I don't know. Or 50 billion plus 50 million. Give it to all of them. I'm not sure. It also provides $16.5 million in direct payments to agriculture producers. Next is protection to renters and homeowners from eviction and foreclosure. Great. We all need some help at this time. I personally believe that money could have been spent a little elsewhere. For instance, legislation designates $100 billion in emergency assistance to low-income renters to help them avoid eviction. I think that we could have taken a little bit of that billion and put it somewhere else, say like assistance to farmers and ranchers who are already in business. So I just don't, and I'm also a believer in having a emergency fund. So I know I still do. We've tapped into it a little bit during this time. Not a big deal. We're still moving along. And yeah, business has changed. Things have changed. We're trying to adapt with that. I'm a full-time real estate broker. I'm trying to adapt with the way things are changing. So we all have to do that regardless. I just think it's a little bit much to give $100 billion for just that. And then another $75 billion for the states and territories and tribes to help homeowners with direct assistance with mortgage payments. Again, I have the same belief. If you're going to own a home here, you might want to have a emergency fund. Number 8, the most important one to me and maybe to you. I don't know. Let me know in the comments below. I'm really happy about this one. It's direct payments to you and I. Direct payments to Americans. In the CARES Act, what they did was they gave, depending on your income level, they gave $1,200 per adult and $500 per child. In the HEROES Act, what they're going to do is they're going to direct payment you $1,200 for each family member. So that means $1,200 for each adult and $1,200 for each child. So in the first one, I have a family of 4. In the first one, we got $3,400, and so in this one, we're expected to get $4,800. By the way, this is up to $6,000 per household. So I like it. It's great. If they're going to drop helicopter money, they might as well drop it right in our houses. So I think it's a bit much, to be honest with you. I think that we're printing money out of thin air. The Treasury is. I think it's going to lead to nothing good. We're all going to be high today, but we're going to have a hangover tomorrow. But hey, it's good for you and me today. We're going to get some money. Next is the assistance to the U.S. Postal Service. Fantastic. They've needed help for a long time. They've been put on the back burner forever. They're doing a good job. They're going to get $25 billion in assistance. Good for them. They need it. They've been in the red for I don't know how long. So they need it. Give it to them. Great. And then the last one that I have here is election security. The bill allocates $3.6 billion in grants to states for planning and preparation of elections, as well as to bolster election security. So that's kind of those are the highlights of the HEROES Act. If you like today's video, I really would appreciate it if you'd hit the like button down below and subscribe. And please feel free to comment anything that you want. Comment on the video, the topic, comment on something that you liked or didn't like. I'd love to hear your feedback. I'd love to hear what your thoughts are as far as content moving forward. I'm going to just keep pushing it out Wednesday or Thursday every week. And every once in a while I'll throw a Saturday or Sunday in there when I can around my day job. So like the video, subscribe, comment below. Love you all. Thanks again. Thanks for coming. Talk to you later. Mad Money Murph signing out. Take care.